Hello, people. Welcome to Illo Talk. I'm Corey Kerr, and I made a thing. So this is part of a series that I'm doing called Esoteric Crumble Flux, which is partly themes that I like to talk about a lot, and partly society-ending events. And so we'll get more into that as kind of things go along. But this is the second or third one in this theme, called numbing. And so I wrote a thing about it. Numbing behavior is any activity that we engage in to avoid doing the things that we feel called to do. It isn't the behavior itself, but the motivation behind the behavior that's the problem. A few examples here before I get to the real thing that I want to talk about. There's nothing inherently wrong with video games, but there is something wrong with playing video games so often that you ignore your family and lose your job. In this example, it's the excess and the timing of the behavior that's the problem. The calling to be present in the lives of your loved ones and to meet your obligations and responsibilities is an important facet of a well-rounded life. While both of these things can be entertaining at times, they are, more often than not, work. Doing this work creates deep bonds and financial opportunities that could last a lifetime, but it leaves us less time for video games. Let's say that you've experienced some kind of loss. The natural reaction to this is to mourn the loss and to feel the difficult feelings of working through that loss. While no one enjoys that experience, it is a deeply human and vital process to go through. Processing these events, while painful, helps us develop the healthy balance of a range of emotions and the skills and instincts to handle other difficult things in the future. Any behavior that we use to suppress, avoid, or escape the emotional labor of working through that loss will only serve to procrastinate that work. Loss is an emotional and psychological wound, and just like a physical wound, if left untreated, it will fester and rot. The more we avoid healing, the more exacerbated the wound becomes. I'm not fond of the pain of cleaning a wound or getting stitches, but I prefer it to gangrene and death. This brings us to art. I hate the debate around the question, what is art? Because I don't believe that there is a specific and definable answer. But I feel like Stephen Pressfield gets close when he describes what will trigger resistance. Quote, when we seek to pursue a calling in the arts, launch an innovative enterprise, or evolve to a higher station morally, ethically, or spiritually. Or in other words, when we reach deep down into a vulnerable place and do the creative labor to try to create something of value. When we feel a call to do this, we will often feel a strong desire to do anything else. The calling towards art is terrifying because it is existentially threatening. Becoming someone who creates authentically is transformative. Any transformation towards a higher plane is painful. I'm certain that the caterpillar in the cocoon is not enjoying himself, but it's a worthwhile sacrifice to be able to fly. This is the true danger of numbing behavior. It is the thing we do to suppress the call to a higher state. There's nothing wrong with doing the dishes, running errands, watching TV, or scrolling through social media. But for some reason, when we attempt to sit down and get started doing the creative labor of our art, we have a strong desire to numb ourselves by doing the distracting and the mundane. The cult of busy and the hustle culture of toxic productivity would have us believe that filling our lives with endless tasks means that we are making some kind of progress towards success, when in actuality, we are often filling our time with numbing behavior to avoid feeling the feelings, thinking the thoughts, and creating the art that would truly lift us and others around us. This piece is not a call to make some large sacrifice and deny ourselves the things that bring us joy. What I hope it conveys is a challenge to question our motivations for our activities and carve out time for those important things that never feel urgent. And while we may say with Ophelia, we know what we are, but we know not what we may be, the future is uncertain and how our art will transform us is unknown. There's that existential threat. But I know one thing. If we numb the call within us, we will with King Richard II say, I wasted time and now doth time waste me. Or Macbeth, life's but a walking shadow, a poor player, that struts and frets his hour upon the stage, and then is heard no more. It is a tale told by an idiot, full of sound and fury, signifying nothing. I believe this is an apt description of a life lived numb. So I hope you enjoy my little exploration of what this illustration on numbing means, but I hope more that you oft answer the call and go make something. This and all of the other illustrations in this series will be available at some point in time in the future for t-shirts and posters and cards and other types of products. And so if any or all of these speak to you, then stick around and when I announce that, buy them. That'd be cool. And if you like this, share it and all that stuff. Also jump on my email list, coreykerr.com/email. We will catch you guys next time. Go make stuff.
This is Illo Talk.